We have finally received some early reviews for the upcoming gothic historical horror film, The Dreadful. And for those of you who are regular viewers of this channel, you will know I'm always excited to cover any film that takes place during the medieval era, especially a tale set during the War of the Roses period. And after months of anticipation, we now have concrete information from critics who have seen the film ahead of its February 20th release date. And these early reviews give us a detailed overview on the acting, plot, pacing and other elements of this historical drama. And hopefully by the end of this video, you will know whether or not The Dreadful is a film you should go watch in cinemas, or if it is best to just give it a skip. But before we begin, don't forget, if you love anything to do with historical movies and historical TV shows, then subscribe to my channel, History Spark. The Dreadful is directed by Natasha Kerman, and the film is set during the War of the Roses period in 15th century England. And it follows a young woman named Anne, played by Sophie Turner, and her domineering mother-in-law Morwen, played by Marcia Gay Harden. And they live a harsh and isolated life on the outskirts of society and pretty much keep to themselves. But their fragile existence is disrupted when a mysterious masked knight begins beheading villagers near their home. And when Jago, played by Kit Harington, a man from Anne's past, returns, tensions rise and dark secrets begin to unravel. The Dreadful is heavily inspired by the 1964 Japanese horror classic Onibaba, focusing on isolation, psychological dread, and the horrors of poverty and religious persecution, rather than relying on cheap jump scares or constant gore. So what are critics actually saying about this film? The reviews are honestly quite divided and mixed, as on the positive side, Dread Central is calling The Dreadful an early winner for 2026, praising its fog-drenched and deeply dour aesthetic, highlighting how the film creates an immersive historical setting that feels genuinely claustrophobic and unsettling. However, even the positive reviews are admitting that the story is pretty poor and never quite engages you all that well. The AV Club and Paste Magazine are much more critical of the film, however, with the AV Club stating that The Dreadful is simply too slow and too thin narratively, with the vibe and atmosphere not being enough to sustain the 94-minute runtime of the film. But the performances in The Dreadful are receiving much more consistent praise across the board, with Marcia Gay Harden emerging as the absolute standout of the film based on most reviews, with critics describing her portrayal of the sinister and dominating mother-in-law Morwen as unbridled, suitably vicious, and arguably one of her best roles in years. Sophie Turner and Kit Harington are also being praised for their chemistry and for moving beyond their Game of Thrones association to deliver something that is much more distinct and darker than the relationship they shared in the fantasy TV series. Turner plays Anne as a woman grappling with trauma and the harsh realities of survival brilliantly, while Kit Harington brings a tragic but grounded quality to Jago that reviewers really appreciated. So it definitely does seem like that the acting is perhaps one of the strongest elements of this film, and it appears the main trio do a great job of bringing their characters to life. But The Dreadful is not simply just a medieval film, it is also a horror film as well. So how well does it land on the horror elements of its story? And based on these early reviews, it would seem that The Dreadful brings something new to the genre. As I have previously mentioned, it does not rely on constant gore or traditional horror scares, but it develops something called contextual fear, which is the fear of poverty, the fear of religious persecution, the fear of isolation, and the ambiguity of knowing whether or not the demons in this film are real, or are they just manifestations of the character's psychological torment. So The Dreadful focuses more on psychological dread mixed with some brutal moments of violence rather than traditional horror tactics such as jump scares or over-the-top violence. So the big question is The Dreadful actually worth watching in cinemas this week? Well, based on these early reviews, it seems like The Dreadful is a visually stunning and atmospheric film, but has quite a lackluster plot and some severe issues with pacing as well. In my opinion, I think this film is an ideal watch for people who enjoy extremely slow burn horror films, but not really a film that will appeal to fans who are looking for a medieval adventure filled with lots of action, character development, and epic battles. So I would say for the casual historical film enthusiast, this is a film that might be worth renting or streaming at a later date. but I don't think it will be worth the price of admission for a cinema ticket. But I do think if you love horror films, then you might want to check this out in cinemas when it releases on February 20th. But let me know in the comments down below if you agree with my take and if you'll be watching The Dreadful in cinemas when it releases in just 2 days time. And as always, if you want to stay up to date with everything to do with historical movies and historical TV shows, then subscribe to my channel History Spark, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.